right, there we go. Hey everyone, Richard Carlton here. Welcome to another great day of FileMaker training at fmtraining.tv. I'm the creator of fmtraining.tv, where you can learn all about the FileMaker platform and learn how to build better FileMaker applications for you, your customers, your organization. This broadcast is completely free to everyone and is being broadcast in high definition to Discord, YouTube, and to Twitch. This broadcast is being recorded, which is really great. Of course, we might clean up the recording a little bit, so if we make a malfunction during the live stream, then of course we reserve the right to clean that up on the recording later on. However, because it's a live broadcast, we encourage you to ask questions. In fact, some people get aggravated when there's this dialogue with you and we ask questions. We want questions. If you have a question, odds are other people have the question too. And so I want to thank everyone for logging in. Ken and TK and Dave One, Dave Learning, Ed, Elzo, Carol, Jake, Mike, all of you, welcome once again to another great broadcast. Now, as a reminder, if you want to check out the upcoming broadcast, go to fmtraining.tv, press the left tab for the live button. You can see the upcoming broadcast schedule. That's pretty awesome. Additionally, if you want to help support this channel, right? We always say this, this broadcast is brought to you by fmtraining.tv, bringing you the greatest and the most entertaining FileMaker training videos available. So the idea is that if you want to help support the channel, make sure you check out our on-demand video bundles. We have videos that cover the latest version of FileMaker. We have videos that cover the deploy course. In fact, we used to sell the courses individually. Anymore, it's just much simpler to sell a complete bundle for a low price. We do this on an annual basis. So if you buy one of the bundles, that really helps support the channel. It ensures that we can keep coming back every day, because this broadcast actually takes a lot of money to run. The people here don't work for free. So what are we doing, Nick? What are we doing today?
Okay, so we are going to initiate a new series of webinars. So we are going to talk about the UI. I'm not going to say design, because people are getting confused when we talk about design. You know, people say, "Oh, I don't care about if my button looks good or not." It's not about this. It's about the UI and UX, the user experience, and I'm talking about that a lot. But so far, we had a huge series of webinars on this, but we never went deep in the conversation. So now we are going to be more in deep in that conversation, and we are going to talk about the importance of the UI UX and how it can change your way of thinking, and how it can make your solution much simpler, and how the UI will always solve your problem. So what we are going to do now is we're going to have a long series of webinars on. I'm going to pick components, UI UX components built in FileMaker, and I'm going to explore and dissect the components, but in deep, not just explaining and showing things. I'm going to go deep in the technique, and I'm going to each time I'm going to come with a sample file with their components, isolated components. Okay, so I'm talking about that for a long time, but here we are going to put in perspective what we can do to solve a problem. So we have a problem, and we solve the problem, and we can what's the name? What can we do as a UI UX to solve the problem? You know? So because what I want to explain is that FileMaker is coming with out-of-the-box UI, you know, but they are very basic. Okay, they come with very basic UI, and most of the time they come with UI we got from the late 80s, and they never come back with a better object. We got some stuff like popovers, and we got some stuff like button bars, slide controls. But and we got the master details. We got some bricks, but we never got kind of an experience. You have to build it most of the time. And most of the time, people are giving up because it sounds complicated, it sounds difficult, and also it's what we call time consuming. Yes, it's true. But using, for example, wasting time or, putting time in building a UI that you can reuse many, many, many times, that will serve you hours and hours and hours of developments in trying to fix a problem, performance, and trying to, that will prevent you to give the goodness to your user, because let's face it, today in the 80s and the 90s, a website, for example, was, kind of for just links that you were clicking, right? But today, a website is much more evolved than what it was in the 80s and 90s. And applications are more complex, and they give you more and more. The UI is more friendly. Is easier and easier to use. Always easier to use. And most of the time, we took principle guidelines and component from the touch device, and they came inside the desktop, right? The desktop world. So we invented and built stuff for the touch device, and we brought them into the desktop to make it simpler and even more easy to use. So what I want to do here is to do that, to bring to you the components and how to make the solution better, greater. And what I want to show you is how a UI will solve your problem, development problem, performance problem. They will make your life much simpler because you have the UI. And most of the time, what I'm saying is this: you have complicated scripts and complicated things going on because you don't have the UI. You don't have the UI to support what you want to do. And that's what we are going to do this next, a month or so. And so we are going to start today with 2 days, and I'm going to show you what I call an item picker. What an item picker, and I'm going to show you, but I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to try to explain to you. It's the way to link things to something else. When you want to link records to another records, so you want to pick the records and link them to one record. So let's say you have like in my example, you have accounts, and you have a list of contacts, and you want to pick contacts and link them to that account. So, and I want to show you out of the box what FileMaker can give you out of the box and what you can build. Okay, so let's start sharing my screen.
So far, so good, Nick. So far, so good.
Okay.
Your audio's
Cool.
nice and clean. That's nice.
Okay, so that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. Okay, so let me move that out. So what do we want to address here? Okay, FileMaker out of the box is giving you basic objects. Like I said, pop-up menus and popovers and polls and stuff like that. They give you the basic bricks. Okay. But they don't give you the house, they give you the bricks, okay, the bricks and some components, but no more. So what I want to do here, I have an account here, this account test, okay, and I want to link contacts. I have a list of contacts, and I want to link contacts to that existing contacts to that account. So out of the box, FileMaker give you, give you a field. So portal, you have a portal with the related contacts. So you have a field, and you have a value list with a pop-up menu. Okay, so this is what you get out of the box. You have a list of people, and you can cherry pick the people you want. So let's say I have this guy. So now this guy is linked to that account. But now I want another one. So I want this guy. Okay. Or I want another one, and I want this guy or this lady. Okay. So you see the problem here. So what is my problem? It's out of the box. It's easy to build. FileMaker, we give you that for free. It's very simple. A field, a pop-up menu, a value list. Very simple. But you have many problems here. Okay. First of all, it's not intuitive. Okay. So you click here, because you have no idea what's going on here. So you know that you can click here to add something because you know it. I know it. FileMaker users knows it, that the last row of a poll, it's adding you a new record, right? So, and visually here, you can figure it out a little bit. But if you come outside of FileMaker world, you have absolutely no idea what's going on here. So, no idea. So, let's say you have more people. When you hear what you hear, and I want to add a new contact. So what I'm doing, I need to know that I need to go to the end to show the last, and I can do this. So now you can say, yeah, okay, you have tricks. We can do this, right? We can say in a placeholder, new contact, right? So you can do this. This is what I was doing sometime before when I was lazy and I don't want to do something great, right? So you are adding something here. You are adding in an information that you can add something here, right? So you can add a new contact. But still, you have an empty photo. You can delete this, and you don't know why you can delete this, because why I can delete this? Why I can click here and go somewhere? Why I can click here and send an email when I have no email? Okay, so this here, it's it's what we try to avoid, what we try to fix. We try to fix a UI that doesn't exist. We don't have a UI. That's why we have a problem. Also, okay, Anthony, Linus Anthony. Okay, cool. But where's this guy? I don't know the city of this guy. I have no information of this guy. I have no idea who is this guy. Just I have his first name, last name. I can sort those people. I can filter those people. I can't, I have no control whatsoever. And of course, I can add this guy 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know how to do this. Filter this value list. To eliminate the people there is kind of it's not easy. You need to use the relationship and stuff like that, but you need to position your relationship in exactly the good way. Okay, and of course, because you don't have a UI, you have no other way. If you want to add an action, if you want to add something, you have no other way than to use triggers. On object save, on object validates, and on object exit, whatever. You never know where to go, and it's a nightmare because you don't have control on this. So it's most of the time it makes the thing like it's behave with a very weird manner. It's not great. You don't give to your user a sense of comfort, a sense of quality. And of course, you need to teach your users what to do, because there's no way a user can can figure out what's going on here. So what I want to do here, So what can we do to fix that problem? So I think everybody knows what I'm talking about here. You know, it's a very simple action. It's a very simple action, but it's not easy to do. It's not easy to use. Okay. So let me go and show, where's my other window? Okay, so this is another window. It's the same layout, right? But I have something new here. Okay, I have something new. I have a button add contacts. Okay, so when I'm here, and I have a new account where I have no contacts, I perfectly know what's going on here. First of all, I'm telling the people that I have no contacts. So that is the beginning of what I call a UI. You know, you tell your user what's going on. Why is it empty? Why I'm not showing anything is because there's no contacts. So obviously, you don't need to have somebody to tell you that if you have no contacts and if what you want to do is to add contacts, you just go and click to the add contact button. So when I click to the add contact button, what's going on here? I click here and I have a new UI coming here. Okay, so here it's exactly the same, right, as the list that I had before. You know, this and this is the same, right? This and this is the same. So it's the information that I'm taking out of this, you know, the information I'm taking out of this are exactly the same. Proof of it, you know, you have the menu, Abbott, Acevedo, and Acosta, and here you have the same here, you know, Acevedo and Acosta. Okay, so you have the same guys here. So what is this? You know, so in the design world, you know, in the UI UX design world, we call that a UI. It's a support for UI. We have a support. I have a support. What is the support? The support is this new card style window. Okay, so what a card style window? It is a new window that FileMaker introduced, Claris introduced like a two release ago, you know, 17, 18, I don't remember. But anyway, it's a new object. And what this object is great for. Why? Okay. It's because you can, so if you can go there, and you can say new window, right? You can select a card, and then you select a layout, right? So you can select any kind of layout you want. For example, here, I want to select the what's the name? I want to select the contact picker, right? But I want to select this guy here. So I'm pointing the window, the new window. I'm pointing that to context, right? So I'm pointing that to a layout and can be in another context. For example, here. So why I'm doing this? Okay. So new. Okay. This is contacts. Okay. So I'm here. I am in this context here. This context here, it's the context of T01 account. I'm in account, right? And I want to launch that script, the contacts. So what's going on here? I'm opening this, right? And now I have this new window here, and I am in another context. It's a window. It's like a new window. It's like doing this. It's like doing new window and go to the card. It's the same. But instead to be a new window, it's like a picture and in picture, like in your TV, right? It's a picture in picture kind of stuff. So instead of doing this, it's doing this. It's doing this in the same window. So if I move this, I move all of them. I'm moving this and moving this. Of course, I cannot access what's behind it, but I'm not leaving it. I'm not leaving it, and I'm not opening a new window physically. I'm just sharing the current layout, right, with a new space, right? The advantage is here I was here. We can do something like this, right? So I was get layouts table name. So I can put this here. Let's put that in the top. Okay. So I'm here. I am in the T01 account. But if I'm opening the contact here, now I am in T05 contacts. So in the same kind of physical window, I open a new window in another context. So why it is important this? Why it is important to know that? Is because now what I can do, right? And what I can do, I can go instantly, jump in a new context, do whatever I want in that context, and just leave, right? But I didn't touch anything of what I was doing right now, okay? And it's much different than visually, it's much different than opening a new window, right? It's much different. So let's continue. Why is the benefits of this? Okay, why is it a benefit to open a window, right, and give a list of this like this? Okay, why is it a benefit? Because I am in the table. I am in the contact table. Physically, I am in the contact table. Here, my UI was just this menu. This was my UI. And so it was just a list of contacts like this. But it was a raw list. And this here, this was my UI. This was my UI. This menu, okay, which is a window, by the way. By the system is considering that a window, but it showed that as a menu. And you can see where my problem are. When you have a menu like this with 5, 6, 7 items, that's fine. That's okay. That's great. That's a great UI. Okay. But here, look at this. Look at this. And what happens if I have 2,000 people, 3,000 people? What I'm doing? This is my UI. I need to scroll down like this. Oh, people will say, yeah, but you can type the first letter. Yeah. If I want W, I can go W. Okay. Yeah. Great. Super great. So that is the UI. That's what you want to sell to your customer, and that's what you want your user to use, you know? So it's very, very, very poor. Why? Because this UI, because it is a UI, this is a UI, the pop-up menu, it's a UI, but it never be intended to be used that way. It never be intended to be used that way. It would be intended to be used that way, to be used for small amounts of things. So people will say, yeah, Nick, you can do this. You can go and do the drop-down list. And I will say, no, you cannot. So why you cannot? Because if you want to use out-of-the-box FileMaker stuff, you need to use this 1984 kind of trick of showing the ID field and have this fake name on top of this. When you use this technique, I explained that last week or 2 weeks ago, how to use this double value list stuff, which is super complicated. It doesn't work well. It's fake. It's fake news. It's pure fake news. It doesn't exist. You don't have a name here. You have an ID. It's not a name. You have an ID, and FileMaker will fake it to have the name on top of it. You select a name, but in fact, you have an ID. So it's not a great UI at all. It's very limiting. It's limiting, and it's not great to use. So what are the benefits of this? So what are the benefits? Okay, so far you don't have a benefit because you have to scroll down. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. But the benefit is that I am in a layout in the table contacts. So I can bring plenty of good stuff. Okay, plenty of good stuff like a search box. Why not? Why not? I am here now. I have a search box. Oh, cool. So if I want a supervisor, oh, I have a supervisors. Oh, okay, cool. I want a supervisor in public relation. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. And I want those in Texas. Bam. I have one guy immediately selected. It's there. I can see it. So, and why I can do this? Can you do this with this UI here? Really? Can you do this with this? With this one, can you do this? Absolutely not. You cannot do that. You have no possibility whatsoever to do this because this is just a small, simple, very straightforward UI. But here now, thanks to my layouts, I have a support for much more advanced UI. So yeah, go ahead. You have a question.
Is there a question? I don't have a question yet. Margaret, do we have a question?
There are no questions. No.
Stu says awesome demonstration of the power of the quick find. Okay. All right. Everyone's just telling you how wonderful you are.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So the search feature, I explained that 200 billion times, but I'm going to do it one more time. Okay. So I'm not inventing this. This is FileMaker. So now you got my point. What I want to tell you. I want to tell you everything is possible. Everything is possible because I'm opening kind of I like this terminology, like a Stargate. Palm. I'm opening a new world. I'm opening a crack in the time continuum. And I got the possibility to put whatever I want now because I have a UI. I have a support to put my user interface. Okay. My user interface. Okay. Because I love to use the terminology for the right thing at the right moments because the UI is not the UX. And the design is not the UI, is not the UI. All of this, for many people, everything is confused. So that's why I'm going to explain the thing. I need a support. Every type of UI needs a support. The support can be a window, there can be whatever you want. But I need a support. This is my support. I have a layout in list view. This is my support. So now, of course, I have all the benefits of the list view, which is the quick find. Yes, I'm using quick find. So here I'm showing here the quick find object here, and I'm searching on this, and this. So whatever is green here, I'm going to search on name, on title, on department, on primary address, and on phones. So, which is cool. It's very cool. Because let's say I have this, I'm here and I want all the phones with 470, for example. So I have them. I have somewhere here I have 470, right? So I have 470 here, 470 here. I have 470 in the address, and I have 470 in the address here, 472. Okay, but I have 470. But if I want the phones, I do this and I have the phone. Bam. Because my phones are built that way, So if I, what I mean? So you can use, and what I love with the quick find is you can do this, George and CO, for example. And okay, you go George Cooper, because that's the only one with CO. But if I have a George in Texas, I think no, I don't have. Or I want people in Texas, so that Texas. So yeah, it's look, you can the quick find. I have many videos on quick find, so I'm not going to go far with this right now, but it's very simple. So I want to show you that I have kind of a very, very, very simple script here, which is a universal script, which is, yeah, but this is a little bit more complicated than it should be because it was another demonstration. But normally what you need this. You need to perform quick find on this. It's very simple. So, but I want to continue my demonstration here. So now I am in a list view, right? So I can add more stuff. Let's say I want to add this. So what is this? Because in the UI, you can add more UI. That's why I want to stay 2 days on this. Because now that I have this, what can I do here? Oh, I have search here, but now I can sort. Sort by name, sort by title, by department, and you can sort by primary city. But so you have the sort capability, but you see here my sort capability is kind of a UI on itself. Why do I have a UI in this? Because I have a support. What is my support? Is this popover is my support for my UI. So I have a support for the UI of the list of people. Because I have this support, I can put a field to get a search box, and I can get a popover that will give me the possibility to expose another UI. I have a new support in the support to do a UI. That's why it looks great, because okay, you know what happened here. Right? But because I am now in the list view, what can I do to make the experience even better? What can I do? Oh, I can do something very cool. Don't forget that I am now in the list view. So I get all the benefits of the list view. So what can I do? I can do this a path setup, and I can sort. I can use a sub-summary sorted by, okay? And I have my sort system here. I'm going to come later on this, okay? That will be a next webinar. But for the sort, I'm not going to explain how the sort is working here, okay? I'm not right now, okay? But I will during my webinar. So let me sort this by name here. Why is not sorted by? It's sorted by name. Why is not coming by name here? So I want to add a path setup. Create leading sorted by. It's funny. Why is not sorted correctly? I don't know. That will be. I want to be sorted by sort text. Okay. So print above. So I want to add here. I want to add it here, this, okay, to, and I put that 85 because I like it. And I can put this, okay? So what will be this? What this will do, okay? Now, I am in list view, remember? List view. So list view, you can have a sub-summary sorted by, and now I can add this UI. So I can sort by title, and now I have the title, employees, right? And manager, general, okay? And you can go down and you have here another one, master, officer, right? You sort by this, right? If you change by departments, now it's changed by department, accounting, and advertising. So you have are kind of a UI. So you improve your UI by giving you information about what you are sorting, right? So now you say, okay, what about by name? I want to sort by name. When you sort by name, normally what you want to see when you sort by name, right? You want to see this. Okay. You want to see this. You want to add a new one, right? You want to add a new part setup because you can have multiple part setup, right? And you want to sort by initial, the unique initial. You want the first of the last name, right? So I'm going to show you how to get this information here. So now that I have this, how it will look like this. A, B, C, right? So we go to C. So you have now a subsection by initial. But if you change and you say by title, now it's not initial, it's employee and whatever, it's by title. So how you do this? So I'm going to explain. This is a very, very basic explanation, but I'm going to explain it to you. Those sub-summary are showing on the layout only if you sort by them. Demonstration. Here I'm sorting by initial unique, okay? And here I'm sorting by the multiple key text, the sort key text, okay? So let's do a demonstration. I'm sorting here by the initial and I'm sorting this. What happened? I get this coming because I used in my sort the key that was in the part setup. Okay. Now, let's unsort. Goes away. Now, if I'm sorting by department, what I will get the department. No, I need to sort by I need to sort by this, by the sort key here. But I'm going to get this, So I need, in order to display this, it needs to be used in the sort action. So that's why you can have multiple of them in the same layout and show them when you need, okay? It's the sort that will call that will show that. So you can see now that thanks to my UI, I have something much more advanced than it was before. We switched from that, which gets absolutely nothing. It's very poor. And we saw that we are very limited because of the FileMaker craziness of this double value list, select the ID but show the name and stuff like that. We saw that it's not great. It's not great. Let's face it, it's not a great UI. Okay. So, but now I have something much better than before. Sort, search, sort, display, much friendly display. I have much more information. Oh, and now I know that Penelope Banks, she's a manager in the finance, right? So, I know that this guy is a supervisor and in the asset management, right? So I have much more information. I know this guy is on Honolulu, this guy is in Florida, this guy in Ohio. So I have much more information than just a pop-up menu with names. But now I want I want that to be in action. I want that to work. I want to be able to select the people now, because what can I do now? When I have this, what I'm doing, right? So we are going to add a new UI on top of this. We are going to enrich it, and I want to build something great. I want this. First of all, I want to have, because I like it, I want to add the picture, right? So the picture of this, the picture of the guys. Yeah. So so if I take if I'm taking myself, I think I have see here. So I have a picture, or I have their initials. So because this is kind of what we used to see when you don't have when you don't have the photo, you see the initial, right? It's something that everybody see that. I want to take the opportunity to give you a tip, if you're interested. So do we have any question? No? Do you want to add something?
Yes, we have questions. Okay.
Speak up, Margs. Margs, your audio is real quiet. Speak up, please.
Okay, sorry. We have 2 questions. We have one from Michael Kierwin on YouTube. If you were using Go for iPhone, do you still recommend the card window?
Yes. Oh, more than ever. Oh, the card window on iPhone are super cool because you have effects that you don't have on desktop. Pretty much. I'm using them a lot on iPhones because they solved a lot of problems. But by the way, when you bring, let's say you're on Facebook and you want to share kind of an article in Instagram, or you're in Instagram, you want to share in WhatsApp or whatever. So you have this window coming. So you can have a kind of a card style window that comes halfway. So okay. I wasn't ready to do that, but I'm going to show you because it's cool. Okay. It's cool. You have the possibility, to position your window wherever you want. Okay. So, for example, let's take this example here. I want this window to have a height of 600, for example, and I want the position of this on the top. I want this to come from the top. So now it's come from the top. So it's glued to the top. So it looks like much more like we used to have, those drawer windows, right? So they look like they come from the top, right? So you have another way also to do this, and I use that a lot. I want, so this is the tip, the height of the window, I want that to be the get window content height. And from the top and the left, I want that 0, 0. So what happened when I'm doing this? I said the height of the window to be the height of my content window. That will be the height of this. The height of this. Not counting this, not counting the status. Okay. So if I'm using this, what this will do? We'll do this. It comes from the left, right? And the height of the window is, the height of the window is the height of my content. For example, is always the height of my window here. So it will flow always, it will fill the height of the content window, right? So, and I can position that wherever I want, okay? So I like it on iPhone. I might do a quick demonstration tomorrow in iPhones if you want.
That might be good for tomorrow, because
Yeah. So let me continue. 2 minutes I get to show you the next phase on this.
Okay.
So to get the initial on this here, if I don't get the photo, how you get the initial? Very simple. So first of all, you have the initial. You have 2 initial. You have the initial unique, which is the one I'm using to say A, B, C, D in the list view. And then you have the initial by name, where I'm saying, okay, I want this. Okay, the initial of the first and the last. Okay, the first name and last name. So I have this initial names. Okay, and I'm using here the tips of the day. I'm using the placeholder. So the placeholder will be the initials. So the placeholder is something FileMaker invented to get you the possibility to say whatever you want when the field is empty. Whatever if is empty. Okay. So you have this in this field. So you can see when it's empty, you say whatever if is empty. If you put something, it goes away. If you empty this, okay, this is a placeholder.
Yeah. placeholder. Dr.
Yeah.
Watson started writing a book over here. So this is Russell Watson, who's basically been a pillar of the FileMaker community for many, many years. And we've been able to kind of co-opt him and have him come over and talk to us a little bit. But he's in YouTube talking. Margaret, we might want to get him connected into Discord as well, because he'll like that. But he wrote kind of a book in here. So do we want to take some time tomorrow, Nick, to talk about the card style with the iPhone a little bit?
Yes, we will.
Yeah, because there's some comments in here. I'm going to copy and paste these over into Discord real quick. I'm going to transplant these. 1, 2, 3. That's what he wrote there. Pretty good stuff. I think you could take a look at that if you want. But yeah, so tomorrow we're going to continue the conversation, everyone. Yes. And Nick is very excited. And like I said, he's doing this and also kind of trying to work on Starting Point at the same time. And so I'll be getting updates from him on that.
Yes, all of this will be in Starting Point anyway. What I'm showing here.
Yeah.
The search is this is the only addition that I made in Starting Point. It's an addition, but it was necessary because we didn't have anything for that in Starting Point. So. I added this, but it's made in a way that is very easy to isolate. Okay. So I want to finish this, and because otherwise tomorrow I won't have time to finish this.
Yep. Go ahead.
So I want now to be able to do two things. I want to achieve two things. First, I want. This is a friend of mine who doesn't want to understand that I can talk to him. Okay. So. I want to achieve two things. First, where's the old? Okay. I want to achieve two things. I want to be able to select multiple people at once. I don't want to do this and this and this and this. I don't want to do that, right? I want to do that. And I want to avoid that I can select multiple times the same guy because it doesn't make any sense. No. Why I can do that? Why I can select 3 times Tucker Abbott? Why? No, why? I want to avoid that two things in one way. So here I have contacts here. So I don't have contacts. So I want to add contacts on this one. I click here and I say, okay, I want to add, I want to search Nick. I want to search Nick here. I want to search for, don't have T, Richard. I want to search for Alva. Okay, Alvarez. Okay, so I have 3 contacts selected. Okay, 3 contacts selected. And I don't know, I want to search somebody in Texas that I don't remember. I want this guy, for example, this guy. So you see, I'm selecting guys, I'm selecting. I can select and select, select and select. See? Select and select, and here you have the counter here. So I have 6 guys selected, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys selected. So now you say, okay, Nick, that's great, but I don't know where's Nick in my list because I searched something else, so I'm not showing Nick. So I have here, because I have a UI, and I'm going to show that tomorrow. I have a UI here, and I want to say, okay, show me select only. This is my 10 guys selected. So I want to show you how rich this could be, right? How rich this could be. And how easy it is. Okay, now I can say, no. I made a mistake here. I don't want this guy. No, I don't want. I want to eliminate, and I don't want this guy. So you can do whatever you want. And as of now, you can just say strike, cancel, and goes away. You didn't do anything. Here, in this UI here, if you select a guy, it's done. If you do this, it's done. It's selected, right? So here, let's say I want to add this guy. So I have people like this. I added people like this. And I want to show only my 9 people. And you see now you can select people like this. So now I just realized that I'm missing a button here that I need to put back. Otherwise I cannot do it. So now I have a button here that says, okay, now I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. So I want to tell you something. I want to teach you something about UI design, UI UX design. When you have a support that give you the opportunity to lay down a UI, a human interface, a user interface, and then you can have a user experience. This is my user experience, searching for Carlton, for example. If I'm not, I'm spelling, searching for this. I have now a user experience, and I can say, oh, you can select all, and you can select this and select. You can show all the select. You can show all, right? So you can search. You can sort. You have a user experience. This is an experience. It's a great experience, by the way. So you have support, that you have a UI, that all those objects pop over, the list, the little chichi here, the photo, the initials, the all the buttons. So that is the UI, is the user interface. And then thanks to this, you have a user experience. So now I want to tell you something. In every single UI UX, you have a beginning, a start, a during, and an end. So let's see. You have the beginning. You have a middle. A middle is this. You select the people. Select. So this is the middle. And you have the end when you press the button and you just validate everything and you go away. So what happened when you do this? You click here and you go away. Bam. I have my people, my 8 people selected here. They're all there. Okay? So now that I have this, I can build something great. I can click here and look what I have. If I go to here or here, you can see why it's not doing it. I might have broke. Okay, no, it's here. So see here, Alvila Kira is gray, selected gray. And I cannot click it. I can't click it. I can't. It's not possible. Here, I can. Here, I can. This, I cannot. Why? Because it's there. It's there. It's already in my list. So I just show you this guy is no longer valid to be selected. So all of this, so I'm not only telling you, oh, by the way, don't, because imagine you have a UI, I don't show you the guy. I don't show you the guy, and you have no idea that this guy is there. You have no idea this guy is there, and I'm not showing it. Let's say you have an interface that hides it, and you will be there. Where is my Basia Alvarado? I know I created him. I created him yesterday. I got it. So this is Nick Hunter development that sucks because now I cannot find my Basia Alvarado. Why? Because you're going to build something that will confuse people. Here, I'm giving people an information. I'm giving people, I'm saying, okay, yes, this guy you created yesterday, don't worry, is there. I'm not deleting things. But it's already selected. It's already there, and you cannot select it another time. Oh, if you remove it, okay, and you click it, now you can go and select it, Don't remember the name, but okay, here, see? I can because it's no longer in the list. So all of this goodness is because you have a UI and you have the support, the UI, the UX, you have everything. But you need to build this. But tomorrow I'm going to show you that it's not that difficult to do. And I'm going to show you that it is possible to reuse this at the infinite. Why? Is because I'm going to show you that you can build this in a way to be smart. What is smart? You give in the button, you give the information you need to position yourself in the current context. Because I can be able to add contact to a project, or to an estimate, or to an invoice, or to a product. Why not? I want to use that window, the picker, the contact picker. This is how I'm calling this, So I want to use this guy. I want to use this UI. I want to use that in many other contexts. So I'm putting the dependency of the context. I'm putting that in the button itself. This will give me the list of the contact already there. This is the list of the contact already there that I'm going to use to hide and show the select button in the list. And this is where you are right now. You are in the account. And so you give to the button, into the button, all the content dependency to the script. But that we are going to show you that tomorrow.
And with that, Nick hangs up and walks off. No, good job, Nick. Good job, Nick.
Do we have any questions? So I can answer one question.
Alpha Lima 92651, I think, asked how to make it work. I think if you go back up, I'm going to paste it again at the bottom. There's this question that we kind of drove past.
I need to add the list that already picked a new layout to use them.
I think he wants to have like a pre-canned list that pre-populates or something, which should be very, very doable, right?
Oh yes, very doable. Do the same technique, by the way. Tomorrow we are going to see. Okay, today I show you the benefit of this. Okay, so now I'm thinking obviously you can see the benefits of this. Tomorrow I'm going to show you the technique behind it. But if I have to add a new day, I will have another day, because I don't know if I can finish it in 2 days, by the way, because it's very interesting. Because I'm using things from I'm using FileMaker in a way that you saw that they're hiding the button that you can select the guy, and showing you the checkmark gray. All of this makes your solution super great to use, and people are comfortable. You say, okay, yeah, I understand. And you prevent people to do mistakes, and you feel comfortable. You can cancel anytime. If you click some stuff and you say, oh, I can just go away from that window, and you forget about it. And so it's always, and all these webinars, all these series will be like this. How to make, and it's not that complicated, but really is not. It's a list view. It's a list view with a that's it. It's everything. What I'm showing today, what it is: a list view, sub-summaries, sorted by. If you consider yourself like a little bit more than beginners, you must master this, right? No, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's as you become a senior level developer, this becomes an important skill set to have. Absolutely. All right. Well, tomorrow's going to be an action-packed day. I don't know how far Nick will get tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. Once again, we are soliciting ideas for about upcoming broadcast schedule. We'll spend a little bit more time about it now that we've got the microphone thing worked out. Nick is there. Nick, are you staying where you're at now? Or are you moving again? I'm being serious now. Are you?
No. If I'm moving, it's because I'm going to come back to California for some time. So for 2-3 months. Yeah. So I will be back I think in December for Christmas and New Year, and December, January, I'm going to be back. And sample file tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, because otherwise, we are going to share a file that I'm going to modify tomorrow. So because I'm working in the morning, I'm going to tweak it, and I'm going to build the iPhone layout. So it's, but the iPhone layout will be something very simple, and don't expect something very complicated. But I'm going to show you how you can play with the Windows positioning, because as I'll show you, the window positioning is very interesting, especially on the iPhone, because the iPhone you have the effects. So I don't know why we don't have the effect on at least on Mac. I don't know why, but anyway.
Cool. All right. Well, looking forward to that, everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
And the guys just stepped up the whole way. Calm, cool, collected. The quarterback, great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Trying to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap, stands in, throws it left for Amendola, reaches up and snacks a high throw and lands inside the 10, rolling to the 9. Ball slightly behind him, but Danny makes the grab.